Hello boys and girls, today we are going to learn how to draw a reindeer. All you need is a piece of paper. This is my sketchbook. You can use a piece of copy paper that you fold in half and cut in half so it would be about this size. So you don't have a big huge page to fill up and it will take you a little bit less time so we can finish it in class. You need a piece of paper, pencil, if you needed a sharpener, eraser, Sharpie marker if you have. If you don't, you could use a regular black marker, black colored pencil, or a black crayon to outline. Let's get started. Here we go. We are going to be drawing a reindeer with some antlers, his little ears. So you have to kind of judge and make sure that you have room. I'm going to draw with pencil because I'm going to then outline it with black marker. And I hope that you can see what I'm doing today. So even I do a ghost drawing because I want to practice to make sure that I don't have so many things to erase. I'm going to draw with pencil. You are going to draw with pencil also, but you're going to draw light so that if you do make a mistake, it's easy for you to erase. I'm not happy with pencils nowadays and the erasers. I think they leave a lot of residue and a lot of marks on your paper, so I like to use a separate eraser, and I love these white erasers. If you have one, great. If not, then you'll use your pencil eraser, but please draw lightly so that it doesn't take you a lot of time to erase. All right, so I want to leave some room for antlers. The shape that I'm going to draw is an organic shape, which means there's no straight edges. It kind of looks like, honestly, an avocado or a pear. Okay, so it's kind of rounded at the top, curves in a little bit. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw a big nose, and then we're going to draw like a muzzle part of the reindeer. Okay, straight line, and he is going to be a happy reindeer. Next, we're going to do the eyes. Our reindeer is going to be looking over to the side, so I'm making his eyeballs look on that side. I'm going to put a couple little eyelashes. Okay, and I'm going to do a little eyebrow. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw his ears. I'm going to make them kind of go different ways because I think that makes a little bit of character so that they're not so perfect. Okay, the next thing are the antlers, and they're a little tricky. So what I like to do is draw very lightly, and I like to draw just these lines. And then I'm gonna, kind of like a bubble, let her go around it so that I make them a little bit wider. And then I will go back and erase that. Again, going around it. And because I'm drawing kind of lightly, I'll be able to erase it. Kind of looks like leaves. I'm going to erase that line in the middle. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is he has a nice long neck that kind of curves out a little bit, and reindeers have a nice little white belly underneath, and we're going to put a scarf on this one. So I'm going to go over those lines that I made, a nice thick scarf, and I'll go back and erase. I always like to make my scarf look like it's blowing in the wind. And my little fringe, I'm going to go back, going to fix up that scarf, erase those little lines. Okay, he is looking pretty cute. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my marker. You can again take colored pencils or a black crayon. I happen to have Sharpie marker. I'm just going to go over all of those lines. I always like to leave a little white highlight so that the eye looks like a little bit realistic, and that's just like the light shining bright on his eyes. Maybe I'll add a little smiley. You're gonna take your time. You have to stop this video so you can catch up. You're gonna go at your own pace. Okay. I am just retracing over those lines. If there's any line that I didn't really like that I did with pencil, I can change it with my Sharpie marker. I didn't like that scarf. It was a little too fat over there, so I changed it. But what I will do is I'll go back with my eraser at the end and I will clean up all of those little mistakes that I have. Again, just tracing over those lines. If you want to change those lines a little bit, this is your time while you have the marker or your crayon or colored pencil. Okay, I can see a couple little areas at my pencil line. And let me just go back and erase. And again, if you draw nice and light with your pencil, then you should be able to erase really easily. My art teacher always told me you want to get rid of any mistakes so somebody who's looking at your work doesn't know that there was any mistakes there, so you look like a pro. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add a little detail to my scarf. I don't know, I'm always used to making these kind of straight lines with my scarves. So, let's see, you could make a couple lines. We're gonna make some patterns. Maybe I'm gonna make a snowflake. Maybe I'm gonna make a diamond shape. Maybe I'm gonna make a heart. And I can repeat those patterns over here again in the heart, or in the scarf. Okay, I think he's looking pretty cute. What do you think? Next thing I'd like to do is add a couple snowflakes. So they're just two straight lines intersecting, and then another little line in between. I am tossing my snowflakes around to fill up the background. They could be all different sizes. You can add a couple of those round, puffy snowflakes. Those are nice to fill the background. I almost didn't leave enough room for me to sign my name, but I signed my name at the bottom right, and I am ready to color. So, let's see, maybe this time I'll use some colored pencils, but if you have crayons, go for it. Somebody gave me this beautiful set of all these gorgeous, gorgeous colors. So let's see. I'm gonna start with a nice red. His nose. Who do you think has a red nose? What reindeer? Do you know the name? I think it's Rudolph, right? If you want to make yours a regular reindeer, you can make a black nose. Again, you may use anything that you like to color with. I'm using these nice colored pencils. But crayons are great. Markers are great. Whatever you have, if you have oil pastels, that's another thing you could use. If you like to paint, go ahead, go for it, paint. Can't wait until we're all back together and we're all in the same room and I can give you and share with you all the supplies I have. But for now, we have to just go ahead and use just the basic supplies, but I still think we're doing a great job just doing that. You need 2 browns for your reindeer, and I like to do a light brown for the muzzle or the nose area. And I'm trying to be neat. I'm trying to stay in those lines, and I'm trying to put the same amount of pressure. Okay. The antlers are that same light brown color. If you don't have 2 different browns and you just have 1 brown, you can just use that 1 brown, but you're just pressing a little bit harder in certain areas that you want it to be dark, and a little bit less pressure or lighter with your crayon or color pencil. Okay. I cover that on the line a little bit. Trying to be careful. So one thing also that's good to do, you should keep your hand so your hand is comfortable, and you could always move your paper around. You don't have to keep your paper perfectly straight because that's the way it is, and have to move your hand all crazy ways. You want to make your hand comfortable, so it doesn't matter if I have to turn the page and the paper. I just want my hand to be comfortable so it doesn't get tired, and that I can still do a nice neat job. So by turning the page, that helps you color better, you go for it. I think we'll do a nice little blue maybe in that highlight in his eye. Okay. And there's some other colors I could use that I didn't use yet. I didn't really use any green. How about I do that? And I like to duplicate and bring those colors. So if I'm copying a pattern, I'm using that same color. And maybe I'm going to add it in the stripes. You don't really need a lot of colors. You can use a couple colors and just spread them around. Another little tip is while you're using the one color, try to figure out what other things that you're going to color with it so you don't have to keep putting your pencil down. Okay, how about some yellow? And how about a nice orange? All right, what do you think? I think he's pretty cute. I'm going to take a blue crayon. This is one of my favorite colors. It's called Robin's Egg Blue. And I'm just going to color my snowflakes. Instead of coloring the whole background blue, I'm just going to color the snowflakes blue. We got a lot of snow here this past week, which was really nice to see. I hope you got out and you enjoyed. Okay, my friends, there is our cute little reindeer with a nice colorful scarf. Don't forget to sign your name, and I can't wait to see what you create. Have a great day.